Hi, let me start my video. Oh,
Right. Nice to see you again.
thank you too. How are you?
So it's just gonna be casual talk, okay? It will be about 15 or 20 minutes.
Okay,
Mhm.
let's start. Okay. So, hi, my name is Diana Martinez, and I like to use photography as an art medium. That's how I just not describe, but that's how I guess I process my art. Um, I like to also do like video and anything, basically, mostly photography, I guess.
It was pretty good start. Okay, Diana, talk a little bit about the show because uh, I saw your show, your group show, and that was one of the reason I invite you for the January exhibition, and I really like the work, especially the multimedia work that you exhibited in the Ceci Museum of Art. Do you want to talk a little bit about the show?
Yeah, thank you. So for this one, I really like have a connection with nature and body. So for some reason, like I feel really comfortable outdoors capturing images. And I try to create, I guess for me, it's like a story that like this like little like I'm in the forest. It feels like I'm in the forest and nobody else is there. So when I'm there, I capturing the images, just creating a little story, I guess. um it's just with the mirrors also, like I have like a big collection of mirrors, and I just like taking them in nature, and then I like it when it feels out of place, I guess, like it's random to see a mirror in like the forest just by itself. But that's what I like, I guess I like for this show.
So, how long have you been exploring the series of work?
So I think it's been like, I could say like maybe 2015 or a little past. I've always liked just bringing in mirrors. So there's always been like this connection with reflections and nature, but there's been different like locations that I've used, not just the same forest. I've used any spot that looks like kind of abandoned and there's like trees I like. I'll see like maybe there's nobody here, so I'll just come back and forth and then set up mirrors, different mirrors, like the two mirrors you saw there. Anything that's easy to carry, I guess, and that feels that it belongs. They look like it belong there. So it's been a couple of years. Yeah.
Cool. Are the mirrors like kind of metaphor because it it kind of relates to a lot of complicated concept, philosophical concept in psychology. Also, mirror echoes to, if you can you can identify yourself in the mirror. That means you have this ability of identifying yourself. So there are a lot of metaphors goes with mirror this representation. So in your work, what does mirror represent to?
So I think for me, it just first it started as like something I could bring I could use that's like a self-portrait where I could show myself, but I didn't have to necessarily use the cameras and with the tripod and all that. But
Mhm.
then slowly it started becoming this other thing where it felt like it was a portal, and it just like a way into that space. So I guess that's why I like feel that bringing the mirror in, for me,
Mhm.
I like it better, I guess, in the self portraits, the
Mhm.
way it feels.
Right. But the portal to nowhere because you cannot actually
Yeah.
enter the mirror. So yeah, that there's some controversy right here. And I like this controversy that you bring to the audience. That's
Yeah.
cool. So other than this series of work, are you doing other theme at the same time, or are you planning to explore any other topics in the future?
So I am working right now on a different project that like it's other self portraits, but it's more like letter. I guess it's like writing on the images, text and image. And it's like letters, like things I guess I have in my head, and letters to people, and it's more of an interactive, I guess, work. Like I would like people to respond if they feel connected to the work, but it's like a work in progress right now. This is my first year back after a different major. I had a different major, so I finally came back to school for like art photography. So I don't know if it would start as my first year. I don't know how it worked. I think it would be considered like my first year.
Cool. Do you think working in a school help your art?
I think it has like pushed me a little bit more with ideas, because I felt for a while I felt a little stuck, I guess. And for a while I stopped using digital, like the digital SLR. Right? But with the classes, I started using it again. I would use a lot of the 35 mm, the instant ones. So it's nice to come back and use the digital and remember how to use it again.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. When did you start to do art?
Oh, I've always liked photography even in high school. I've always wanted to take a photography class, but I guess the classes weren't like available. So I would just do it on my own. My dad gave me the old family cameras like that we had when we were a child, like the little 35 ones, the Polaroid ones. I would just look for them in the garage, and then like I would like buy film for them. I'll save my school money and then like use it. I'd take it to school. So I've always just been interested in I always had a thing for art, I guess, since I was like growing up. Yeah.
Cool. So what do you think the difference between taking photos of photography than any other forms of art? Because art are all about telling stories, right? Either personal or objectively reflect what you see in this world. So why do you think photography is your media instead of, doing sculptures, making art, other form of art?
So for me, it's easier to capture what I feel in a photograph. And also because I think in general, when I would just be like walking around or like driving, I'll see places and I'm like, oh, like I really love how that place feels or how I see it, and I want to come back and just take a photograph. Like I don't know what it is with maybe because it just feels like I could capture it easily. And like for me, like there's connections with places, and I feel like I rather do take an image because I wouldn't be able to draw it. Just kidding. But I do I would like to like do different forms of art. Like I would love to like try sculptures and different things. I just have to have the time, I guess, to create something. And but right now, it's really accessible for me, and I like collecting cameras, so I just have a whole bunch that I can use.
That's cool. Okay, so what's your plan after school?
So after school, well, I just my goal was always to be able to work in like the art world. So I just hope that I'm still like able to do shows. Like this one was my first one, but I want to do more. And I just want to be involved in the art world for me. I think I still remember like the day where I got the idea of using mirrors, and I was in a photo 9 class, and I just remember there was like I think we had to do self-portrait or a portrait of someone, and then um I just remember thinking of like maybe I was going to use water or for reflections, and then we were talking with my classmates and we are like, oh, what about a mirror? And I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. So I feel like thanks to that class, like I was able to, well, like use that medium, like maybe like it inspired me to use the mirrors. And I took a picture of my sister, and it was with the older mirror also. So there's like a theme of like these vintage mirrors that I like to use. So I just feel like I always remember. It takes me back to that class. And I'm like, maybe if I didn't take that class, I wouldn't be like
Wouldn't
using
think
that many mirrors. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And I don't know, a lot of the mirrors I use, like there's this mirror I always use on the trees that I stick it on the trees. That one I got it for like $1 at the swap meet. So there's always like these little places that I find them at. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're like unique, I feel, to me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do your family support you making art?
I feel like at first when I was younger, they didn't know exactly like if it was a good idea for money, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I feel like maybe my culture, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like now they changed. Like it's been years and they see that like making art like or photography, like people do make money. I think that was their concern, like will
Mm-hmm.
I be able to survive? But they were
Mm-hmm.
at the show and then they were enjoying it. At first they were a little scared of the video, but they were like, okay. But it's funny because my dad will send me he went hiking the other day and he saw a picture. He went to like this forest area and then he saw like a little cross and then he sent me an image and he said that it reminded him of like what I was doing, the photography.
Mm-hmm.
But that was kind of cute. It's like, oh look, it looks like your type of photography.
Right. That was a very interesting story that I would want to know about.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that you want your audience to know about you as an artist?
I feel like right now I want to do different things, like not just focus on. Well, for now, this theme is like what I feel like connected with, but I would like to do different types of themes. I think I just have to. There's just like I said, like I want to do more sculpture things. Um, I want to make things to include in the photos, I guess, but right now it's just a little hard to make them.
So where can your audience find your work?
Okay, so right now it's in Pomona in the Sase Museum. If you guys want to see it, or on my Instagram for now. So my Instagram is Meet Me in the Wire, and it's MEETINWEIRD. And then I'm also gonna be doing a show with Chafee with the student invitational. So it'll be there next semester also in the museum, the Wignall.
All right. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much. All right.
Have a great day.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye.